Chicago's bitches. It's time for some pop goulash. I'm Ruben,
I'm Dana.
or as I shall call you, to Dana.
I love that. I thought that was really cool that you said that. That was really cool.
Yeah. I was like, I like Dana today. Or like, I like to say to Dana.
I think it works.
Oh, so you listened to the HAIM record. I am like dying to hear.
I did. I didn't. The reason I didn't want to listen to it during the week either is because it's been a crazy work week. So I can't like lend my ear to listen to it.
Sure.
Form some thoughts. I didn't want to do it during the week, so I listened before we started recording today. And it's fucking great, dude. Like I get a lot of there's a lot of 90s on there, like as far as influence and sound. There's even some 80s, like mid to late 80s sounds that I can hear on there, and R&B, and like just all of this great, like a lot of pop influences, but
like, okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Like I think last week you mentioned that it could almost be like a Sheryl Crow record, and I see that. I could totally see a Sheryl Crow record, and I don't know. Like the lead singer, I believe her name is Danielle, right?
Danielle, yeah.
Her voice, I can't fucking pin it, but I swear it reminds me of like Sarah McLachlan. But there's another, like there's somebody else there too that like I can't put my finger on it. It's gonna piss me off until I hear that singer, and then I'm gonna be like, son of a bitch.
It was Susie Sue.
Right, exactly. I can hear it, but I can't figure out who the singer is. So
yeah.
But I really like the album. I didn't get through like two of the songs on it. But the whole thing, it's a really great listen. And I just, I'm excited to listen to it more because I think there's a lot of good writing in the song, like in the songwriting as far as that goes. And the arrangements are really good too. Like the arrangements are really, really good. In fact, which song was it that I was just listening to? Hold, please, and I can tell you. If it wasn't Summer Girl, it was the track right before that.
Summer Girl is very Lou Reed.
Okay.
You almost expect to hear do 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 do. Yeah.
It might have even been there was one song. It might have even been Now I'm in It, but there was a guitar riff in there that sounded exactly like Bootylicious by Destiny's Child.
Really?
I shit you not, because I kept hearing it. And I was like, man, that sounds like the riff in Bootylicious. Like,
that's hilarious.
Yeah. So it's like I picked out a lot of things in there where I was just like, okay, I could hear that. When they were singing at one point too, I think maybe it was just two of them. I thought it was all three of them. The way that they harmonized at one point.
Dude, their harmonies are amazing.
They are. And it almost reminded me a bit, if we're going back to the 90s, of like Wilson Phillips.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. So really, I enjoyed the album. It was a good listen for sure.
But then on the same token, you could go to a song like 3 a.m. where it sounded like an SWV song.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Even with the phone call. Hey girl, it's me.
I'm so glad you said that, because I wanted to specifically talk about that one too.
Like, totally that, or En Vogue, that totally like early to mid 90s pop R&B. Yeah, dude, that song is like one of my favorite songs on that record, dude.
It's a great damn song, man. And it's so I'm so glad you brought that song up, because as soon as I heard that like intro too with the dude talking, I was like, it's just like, so good, and definitely 90s R&B for sure.
And crazy to think that like three Jewish white girls, like the whitest Jewish white girls, and like they wear it proudly on their sleeves.
I love it.
It's amazing. I'm like, they are the West Coast Beastie Boys.
So that I was going to ask you. So they are West Coast.
Oh yeah, they're they're LA girls, like through and through. They're born and raised.
Okay.
So.
Okay. I was not sure. I mean, they're great. Like
Yeah.
there's a girl who I work with who really enjoys their music a whole lot too, which was
Hmm.
great to hear because I was like, oh, and she's a millennial, so that's great.
Yeah. But dude, I've been into well, I've been into these guys forever.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
infamous I got a download card at Starbucks for a song that wasn't even a single, and I'm like, I'm about this.
yeah.
Yeah, it was Honey and I off the first album.
See, and I want to go back and listen to like their old stuff because I never
Mhm.
really.
Well, you're lucky because there's only 2 albums prior to this. So,
Is that it?
yeah, yeah, they've only been around since I think the first album came out in like 2013.
Is that okay? See, I thought it was like closer to 2010, but do not let her in here, please. Sorry, the door.
No, it's all good.
Because God forbid she hears my voice and I'm not with her. Um, I couldn't remember exactly when they came around, but I knew that you had been in
Yeah.
for a while. So
Let me see. I'm trying to. Oh, well, hold on. Let me pull it up because I did the pop out player on my iTunes,
nice.
and now it's like I can't. Like now I don't know what the hell's going on and how to get. Oh, there we go. That's how you do it. Sweet. I'm trying to see if I've got it on here. And I loved how like through all the promotion of the record, like the record's called Women in Music Part 3,
Hmm.
but they're like we just call it Wimpy. That was them. That was all them. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
That's
dude,
really awesome.
they just don't give a fuck. They're just hilarious, man. But yeah, there's like Joni Mitchell moments on that record, like the Man from the Magazine. That's the one that's just Danielle playing guitar.
Yes.
Like this is like super empowering. Like every album that they put out, like it's always been like just mad female empowerment on these records, but it's not been like, it's not like dude suck
Right.
power, but they put it on Front Street, man. They're fucking great.
I was also very surprised at the length of the album. Not in a
Hmm.
bad way though, because there's
Yeah.
what was it, like 15 or 16 songs I think
Hmm.
on
Yeah.
it.
Well, the funny thing is, like the last 4 tracks on the album from
Hang on, Rube, one
yeah,
second. Hang on 1 second.
sure. Hey Mike.
Sorry, Mike says hi too.
No
Sorry.
worries.
Please continue though. Sorry.
No. I lost my train of thought. Thanks, Mike.
We were talking about the song "Man in the on the magazine."
Man from the magazine, yeah. And how they're not like all like rah rah, like we hate men.
And like
And
Joni Mitchell kind of influence.
yes, but like there's a lot of Joni Mitchell in there. There's a lot of like, mid 90s R&B.
For sure.
I just love it. I love the album so goddamn much.
I really like it. Like I said, I'm really excited to listen to it again
Hmm.
because I know I'm going to pick up more than I picked up the first time around.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, the last 4 songs on the record. That's what I was talking about.
Oh yeah, the bonus tracks. Yeah.
Yeah, those bonus tracks, they like just released those out there.
Really?
Yeah, for like almost a year going up into the album. It was like almost every quarter or every couple months they'd drop a track. And it started with Summer Girl, and then they did Hallelujah, and then see, I don't have the album in here, and I'm not going to go into the other room to grab it. But like those 4 tracks were just released as like random one-off singles with no album like to be spoken of. They totally Beatles styled it.
That's awesome.
And then for the record, they tacked them on at the end of the record, which was great.
I appreciate that though. That's what I was saying too. Like I really appreciate like a longer album like that because I feel like it's not some artists like some very like highfalutin artists like they'll
Yeah.
release albums like that often, but I don't think like indie rock, and I mean I don't fucking know. I'm just making like a statement, but I don't feel like in general you're going to get 15 or 16 or 17 songs on an album from a lot of artists.
Right. And
So-
have them be decent songs.
That's the other thing too, because a lot of times you listen to an album front to back and there's probably like 3 or 4 like really standout songs. Then there's like a few, decent songs. And then you've got the shit songs that you skip past.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel like that listening to this album. I was able to listen to every song and enjoy, like thoroughly enjoy each song.
Yeah. Yeah. And the videos that they've put out for the record have been pretty good too.
I'm gonna have to check those out too because I saw them in my Apple Music when I
Yeah,
pulled it up.
yeah,
So I'm gonna have to watch those for
it's a
sure.
lot of fun. Dude, this week, for whatever reason, I have been unironically and unabashedly listening to Fallout Boy. Dude,
How did that start?
I don't know. Like, all of a sudden, I was just, like, thinking about it. I'm like, "Man, I haven't listened to Cork Tree in a while." And then I played that. And then I'm like, "I gotta listen to Infinity on High now," and I played that. And then I played some of their later stuff, and I'm still not vibing with the later stuff, but, man, those first 2 records that they put like, the first 2 major records they put out, Infinity on High is a fucking perfect record. It's a goddamn perfect record.
I never got into them.
Yeah.
My only like time that I ever saw a Fallout Boy in person was in 2007 at Lollapalooza. There was like an after party that
Mhm,
I think that the Trib was actually putting on, the Chicago Tribune.
mhm.
Um, maybe not them, but like the Tribune Company. Either
Sure.
way, and Pete Wentz was like the MC at this
Oh,
party.
really?
Yeah, and then the
That's
Plain
fun.
White T's actually performed.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, of course, like I know the one old Fallout Boy song, but I never really got
Sure,
into
girl.
it. I'm not super
Yeah,
familiar.
not hip into it. Dude, but yeah, if you get a chance, check out Infinity on High. It's a solid fucking record, man.
Okay.
Like that's it's sad that when your third major release is your high watermark because it kind of went
Really?
down after that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
see, there's so many bands that do that shit though,
but
right?
then again, how many good albums does a band have in them?
I don't know, man. Like
I mean,
it's
like,
a
look,
question.
name me one Rolling Stones album that was put out in the last 20 years. Exactly.
I mean, like that's you know what I mean? Like very fair point
Yeah.
too.
Tell me the last time Aerosmith put out an album where you actually remembered the title of the record.
It is so funny that you bring that up, by the way, because I was talking about Aerosmith a couple weeks ago with some other friends,
Mhm.
and we were talking about how because you know that they were kind of they had a good career in the 70s, even better like in the late 70s, and then
Mhm. No, 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 no. They were way better in the mid 70s. By the late 70s, they were so drugged out they could barely perform.
well, I remember that it was like they had that period of
Oh
time
yeah.
because like where they
Their first 5 albums are fucking stellar.
see, and then there was that period before the whole Run DMC thing came up where they had like shitty albums that
Oh
they
yeah.
were releasing. Then that kind of revived their career, and then they put out pretty good albums up until what was the fucking the movie that the Armageddon.
Oh god, no, 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 no. They started sucking well before then.
Yeah.
Like Permanent Vacation was
Mhm.
fantastic. It was a good comeback album.
Yeah.
Like they had already done a comeback album, but it sucked and they had like one single off that record and it was actually a Joe Perry song from when he broke off and did Joe Perry Project. Let the
Right.
music do the talking. But Done with Mirrors was hot garbage. And then the second album,
Album.
yeah, 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 yeah. And then Permanent Vacation had some stellar songs on it, but like even the band admitted that like they didn't even play a lot of those songs live. They just put it together. It was them kind of finding their vibe again.
No
But
shit.
Pump was a stellar Aerosmith record.
Love.
Pump was a fun record. Like they were at the peak of their game.
Yeah.
And then like Get a Grip was kind of
It was
it
okay.
was okay. I mean, it was fun, but you had like Crying Crazy and the other song that all sounded exactly the same and had the same cast of characters in all of the videos.
All the videos. Yes, that was
You
always
know?
the biggest like issue with it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they sexualized Steve Tyler's daughter in one of the songs. It's like,
Yes.
dude, like that's some weird father-daughter dynamic bullshit there. Um, but then after that,
It sucked after that too.
oh my
Like
god,
yeah.
I listened to the last studio album they put out, and it was like 5 years ago, maybe 10 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Like they had like this one, they put out like two albums, Just Push Play and God, I can't remember the name, the one that had Hole in My Soul on it. But they put out those albums, very mediocre, and then they put out a blues record with Jack Endino as the producer. I believe it was Jack Endino was a 90s producer. Who was the 70s producer? He was the guy that produced their first like four albums, or like Rocks through, or Done with Wings through like Rocks. But
Okay.
he came back to the studio and recorded with them. They did like a blues covers record that was pretty damn good.
Well, I was just going to ask. It sounded like it would probably be a good record.
Yeah, and then they put out another album of original material after that that was just fucking trash. Like,
I think that they're just trying at this point to like get back what they had before, and you can't go back. Like
you
it
know
doesn't
what?
work that way.
Sometimes it's okay to tour as a greatest hits band.
Yes, dude. What do you think Cheap Trick does now? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Like, what
same.
do you think ZZ Top's been doing for the last 25 years? Like,
Exactly.
granted, they still put out records, but like,
Sure.
they don't make any like, pretenses about what they are or what they do. They're
Right.
like, look, you came to see us play some hot electric blues,
Right.
some rock and roll blues. Let's do this.
That's like Poison though too. The same thing. Like I fucking love Poison. I love seeing them live. They're great live. But
Hmm.
also to your point, they are a greatest hits band, right?
Yeah, why not?
They play all the hits, and that's what you want to see when you go to
Right.
a concert.
And chicks take out their tits, and I mean, granted, at this point, they're they got to roll them back up to get them in, because that's just the demographic. But like, it's cool. Well, you know what? I was thinking about it today. It's like, I remember going to concerts like last year, and like just shitting on people that were at the show, just been like, oh, look at this guy, blah blah blah. You know what? How is I maybe I'm just getting old. Maybe it's just my old age. I'm getting soft in the head. But I was just thinking about it today, ironically, not ironically, but I was thinking about it today in the shower.
Mhm.
And I was like, they're experiencing something that I'm experiencing that I love, that they also love. So like, hey, for an afternoon, I'm not, I'm still gonna say you look like a shithead and you dress stupid and you had probably done dumb things, but like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old, because I was thinking about that, and then I was thinking about Fish, like going to Fish shows, and like, there's all different types of people at Fish shows, and nobody like. There are people that are like those. I don't even know where I'm going. I am way too high. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just getting older. I'm getting older, guys. This is
It's,
what a year in quarantine does to you.
well, I was gonna say it's interesting that you bring that up though as well because like when I was a kid in my 20s and like early 30s, I'd go to a show and be like, look at that fucking asshole over there. But to your
Hmm.
like, as I've gotten older, I'm like, I'm that fucking asshole
Yeah, we've
now.
totally grown up to be that asshole.
Right. Like
Like, I know I'm 40 and I'm here to see a band that like primarily like their demo skews way younger,
right.
but I'm not there for you. I'm there for the band,
Right. It's to your point, yeah. I mean, I think it's just as we
But I
get
think,
older, like
yeah, but you know what though? Those dudes that we were like, look at that asshole over there, those older dudes,
yeah.
they were of that they were of that ilk where they'd be like, I'm gonna get me a young lady tonight after the show.
Oh my god, yeah.
You
Oh
know,
my god, yeah.
we're just soft, that's all it is.
I'm definitely getting soft in my older age. I mean, like I did that Facebook challenge. They're doing all those challenges now, and it was,
Hmm. Oh,
the
so they can, even further get the facial recognition software from you.
right. I mean, it was whatever the fuck the name of the challenge was, but it was a photo of you when you were like younger, and then of course today,
Hmm.
like when I wrote it, I'm like writing my status, and I'm like, fuck, I'm 41. I'm gonna be 42 this year. When did that happen? Like, you know what I'm saying? It, and I've had people comment and say, "Oh, you don't look like you're 41." No, cool. I don't. I don't think I look like I'm 41.
Do
I
you
don't.
feel 41?
But that's the other thing too. I don't feel 41. Like I don't
Right.
feel, and especially though since I got fucking surgery and I've lost. I'm almost at like 90 pounds lost and shit though too. So I definitely don't.
Yeah. Well, here you want to trip out even more?
Yeah.
Get a picture of your grandparents when they were 41. Look at them and look at you. And I guarantee your grandparents at 41 looked fucking 41. Like they looked old as dirt at 41, you
It's so
know?
funny you see that, man. I was watching something the other day and and I don't remember what the fuck it was, but I was looking at the person who was playing the mom and I'm like, she's supposed to be 55. I'm like, she looks like she's 65. Like,
Hmm.
and I'm not trying to be shitty when I say that, but
Right.
to your point, it's like, holy crap, like people like they look like they got rode hard. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
For
like
real, dude.
I don't think you look like that you're in your early 40s. Like I
No.
think
Dude,
that
I just turned 43 a month ago.
right. That's right, because you're
Less than a month ago, just a few weeks back. So,
yeah.
but still, it's like, damn, man, 40 don't feel 40. I don't know.
No, it doesn't. I'm just glad we don't look it.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Because I got a picture of my granddad down here, and like he's got the big pop. He looks like Homer Simpson. My grandfather was Homer Simpson, you know, and like not in personality, but definitely like that look, the bald head with the little thing, and like the pot belly, and my granddad was Homer Simpson when he was 41, and I'm looking at myself at 40, and I'm like, well, I mean, I have the hairline a little bit left, it's not that bad,
Not that
but I don't look like my perception of what 41 looked like when I was a kid.
same. Like I look back and I see pictures of my folks, like even my dad when he turned 40. Now my dad,
Hmm.
I remember because they had a over the hill birthday party for him
Yeah,
to turn 40. I remember that shit. My dad looked 40, but like he didn't look bad. He didn't look
right,
old necessarily, but he doesn't look like we look like at 40, you know.
right.
My mom still looked pretty damn good at 40 though, also. But
Hmm.
again, like I don't know. I like to hearken it that we're kind of younger at heart,
Yeah,
perhaps.
right.
We also have tattoos. We're kind of like a little bit badass. I don't know.
That's funny. We started drinking at an earlier age.
Right. That's
We quit for a little
helped.
bit. We started again,
Right. It's helped keep my skin preserved. That's why.
Right. That's why I stopped smoking cigarettes.
Right. But you know what though, too, though, dude? That's so funny you say that. That's why, like,
I
I'm
mean,
glad.
I never really started, but
I was gonna say, like, you never really started. I was smoking for a long time, but I'm glad that I stopped because, like, I see people my like our age who have been smoking for a long time, and like,
mhm,
it's it's unfortunate because it does those
right.
things to your body. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Dude, so speaking of age and craziness, Fall Out Boy? Yeah, but they've been around for about 20 years now.
has it really? Fuck,
20 fucking years, man.
fuck,
Yeah.
God, I. Oh my God,
Yeah, damn near. I think their first album came out in like 2006.
Jesus.
Uh-huh.
I think back at that stuff too. Like I remember I first moved to Chicago when I in 2006 when I was 27. That
Yeah.
was almost 15 years, literally almost 15 years ago to the day too, because I
Mhm.
moved right after my birthday, right after I turned 27,
Right.
moved into the city.
Right. I'm out. I'm
Yeah,
out. Out.
it just, god damn, man. Oh my gosh, I just, yeah, I don't know. Walking down the memory lane lately, it's been kind of
Right.
interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I listened to Tori Amos this week.
Yay! Which album did you listen to?
I for whatever reason when it snows, I have to listen to Winter at least 15 times.
I love
I
that.
love that song. It's such
Yeah,
a beautiful, sad song.
yeah.
And like it's a song that like everybody needs to hear.
Hmm.
Especially the refrain that like when you're gonna realize that no one can love you as much as you can. Wait, was it?
When you gonna make up your mind? When you gonna?
When you gonna love you as much as I do?
Yeah,
Like, oh, dude, that line kills me every time I hear it.
yeah.
Because I was that one that didn't love myself back then. You know,
I mean, I've still struggled with that. I've struggled with it on and off pretty much my entire life.
yeah, yeah.
Like
It's
somebody commented on my Facebook post today and made a comment that like I insinuating that like I was the kind of girl that boys would pine over and like and I would go for the bad boys all the time, but like that's not the case. And like and I wasn't
mhm,
you know, I struggled and I still struggle to this day. Like I don't think I'm hot. I don't think like I don't look at myself that way and I don't think that I'm hot shit either. You know, I think that I'm cool because I have tattoos. um but like I'm just very proud of myself and I'm starting to finally really really love myself.
yeah,
I'm almost fucking 42 years old. So like I
right.
you know,
I
it
think
takes
this is the age where it's supposed to really happen.
I think so too. Honestly,
It's
probably
like at a friend of mine's post, her daughter just got this awesome haircut. It's like this total like super short, like very pink, like a
nice.
very pink style haircut. And I don't know if it was one of her friends or relatives, somebody I didn't know, commented the fact that like, oh, I hope she really likes it. That's an awful lot of hair to have to grow back. I'm like, and I replied back, I think she's rocking it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like, why throw shade? Like just say, okay, that's nice, or you know what, don't comment at all.
Exactly. Don't fucking
Don't.
comment on it. Like, plus that's your whoever this person is, that's their friend's kid, and you're gonna
Yeah,
fucking comment like that. Come on,
right.
dude.
Seriously,
Be
somebody
supportive.
somebody says that about my kid, I'm gonna fucking lay one out.
Hell yeah, man. I would too. I like. I just. I. I'm not gonna lie. I've poked fun at people and I've made fun of shit and stuff, and I don't feel good about that. We've all,
Hmm.
but like, you got to stop that shit. When do you
Yeah, I mean,
stop?
yeah, I mean, there are times where it's appropriate and there's times when it's not. Like, look,
Right.
you and I poke fun at each other all the time, but we've known each other for decades and whatnot. And I'm also not making fun of your child.
That's
Leave my kid out of it, you
ex-
know?
well, that's exactly it. And like the other thing too is we also know that we're like throwing jabs at each other too. Like
Yeah,
it's not a shitty
right?
thing. It's not a shitty feeling either. So
Right.
it's
Well, it's like when I texted you, like right before we got on, hey, Hook, are you coming on this or what?
oh, did you? I didn't
Yeah, yeah. Well, you
text.
never check your text messages. And then when you do, it's like 45 texts in a row, and then I don't hear from you for like a month.
That's fair.
And I'm throwing like constant like memes at you. I'm like, oh, dude, she's gonna think this is funny. I'm like, dude, you see that meme? And you're like, what meme? I'm like, scroll up.
I,
Eli's the same way.
I feel so bad though, man, because like people will inbox me too on Facebook, and like I'm not good. I don't read my messenger messages. It's not like all I do all the time. I fucking work. Like that's all that I do
See,
basically.
here's the thing, Dana, and and maybe your other friends are in the same position that I'm in. We're just reaching out for a bit of an adult conversation for once.
Totally, totally.
like if I'm not saying, dude, no, dude, what are you doing? What, dude, stop touching your brother's butthole. Stop it. What are you doing? Like if I'm not like on top of it, like they will eat something that they shouldn't eat. And Grayson's too damn smart. Like he is just like I know people say that their kids are smart, but Grayson's dangerously smart. Okay. Like Bobby, we're gonna find out. Grayson, though, is on another Bobby's sweet as bless his
He
heart.
is.
He's sweet as can be.
He is.
So, but
He
yeah,
is.
with Grayson, you can see him like he started playing chess on his tablet.
Really?
He's already thinking 3 moves ahead of everybody else. Like I said, if he's not a lawyer, like hopefully he's
Dude.
something because he's just on the next level.
Dude.
I
Wow.
look at myself when I was 6 and I was like, probably still eating my boogers and wondering, where does poop come from? I had no idea what was going on when I was 6. This kid's with it. Like he's already like doing shit in Minecraft and I'm like, what's that? And he's like, must have sounded like me talking about Star Wars at his age,
Sure.
or music through most of my 20s. So you're just like, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, it's hard because I don't get to see we've been locked in our houses for a year, right? So I
Yeah.
have really, except the day that I came over, I mean, the
And
kids,
he popped his head out.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
But I
but yeah,
didn't see them.
it's
It's
been
like,
crazy.
wow.
So, dude, did you see Miley Cyrus? You probably haven't, but Miley Cyrus did a Tiny Desk concert
No, I didn't know that.
and she did Fade Into You. Dude,
Really?
Miley's on fire right now, dude.
Well, thank God that she is at the phase of her career that she is, because I do think she is an incredibly talented young
Hmm.
woman. I'm glad that she really came into her own, and honestly, like as much as I'm a huge Disney kid, I am. I'm glad she shed that Disney persona and pursued the shit that she wanted to do.
Well, like this is I'm not gonna slut shame her, okay, but she fucked her way away from Disney. Like whether she actually,
You're
that sounds
using quotes as you say
quotes.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean no disrespect to her whatsoever, but
Right.
like she just basically changed her image 180 degrees from when she was like, Hannah Montana's done, I'm out, you
Exactly.
know?
Exactly.
And I look at it and see that people were like, people were shaming her for like being out of control and this and that. And really she was,
Do they know that she was out of control for sure? Because
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it could have been 100% very calculated. I mean, she's already said that she had problems with drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. But then, there was that time frame where she was just being the kid that she needed to be,
Exactly.
you know, and trying to find herself creatively and musically and what she wanted to do. Dude, right now, like if you listen to Party in the USA and you listen to like Midnight Sky, you would never know that they were ever the same artist.
You know who else I feel is exactly like that though too? Justin Bieber. Same
Yeah.
same kind of thing. Like I don't know if you've listened to his latest album. It is really fucking good. What? What?
See this face. See this face.
Is that yes or no? I'm guessing it's
No. No.
the only reason that I even listened to it is because Mike and I watched him on SNL last year when he was on,
Okay.
and I watched his performances. And generally, usually it's either A, I don't know who the fucking person is
Hmm.
that's on the show, or B, it's somebody who I do know and I don't really care.
Yeah.
It's usually one of the two. And in the very rare instances where it's somebody I care about, I will watch.
Hmm.
Um, but this time I didn't fast forward through the musical performance, and he was
Oh,
fucking
he's hella talented.
amazing. Yeah,
I'll give you that. The kid's hella talented.
yeah.
I just don't want to see his dumb face singing dumb face music. That's it. That's all. I just don't want it. I have no time in my life for that.
Give the new album a chance, though. At least
Hmm.
give it a listen, because I think it might change your opinion on kind of like where his career is going now. I'm not like shouting from the rooftops that I'm the biggest Bieber fan out there, but I
Hmm.
definitely appreciate his music a whole lot more than I ever did.
Gotcha. All
So
right. All right. I'll see what I can. I'll try it. I'm not gonna say I like it, but I'll try
right,
it.
exactly. Like, and you still might not like it, but
I'll report back next week.
right.
It'll be like when we had the when whiskey drinks guys listen to uh Tori Amos, and you would have acted like we asked them to put a tampon up their own assholes at the same time.
Yeah, that podcast is very, very defunct. Like
Oh God, yeah, it was like 3 episodes after we were on it, and they were done.
yeah. And then I know that Trisha was doing something else with one of the guys for a while, like they were doing a YouTube series, but then I think
Hmm.
that's defunct also. And
Crazy.
she's got an Etsy store where she sells crocheted little dicks.
Nice.
And they're incredible. Like the only reason that it even like took off that way for her is because she did a TikTok post.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I think she calls it Mr. Chubby.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, so that's what she's doing these.
Dude, TikTok is the best. I love TikTok.
I had the app and then I deleted it because I didn't really use
I
it.
did the same thing. I did the same thing. I watched a couple videos. I'm like, what the fuck is this all about? And then all of it, like COVID hit, and I'm like, well, and one of the podcasts I listen to, like like the host plays all these crazy TikTok videos that she watches. So I'm like, all right, I'll start like looking at it, and I became like, I love TikTok. I
Maybe,
fucking love it. That and
maybe
the fact that like because of TikTok and like BTK fans, like they shut Trump down in Oklahoma. That's amazing.
that's true.
That's
Maybe
amazing.
maybe then I'll give it another whirl.
Yeah.
There is another social media platform out there called Clubhouse. Have you heard of it?
Oh, I thought you were going to say, have you heard of Parlor?
You're on it, right? What's your handle? No, Clubhouse, and all that it is, like it's really fucking. It's a cool concept.
Is it a Disney related?
No, which that's what I thought it was too, because I was like, is now don't get me wrong, I would have been on board had it been Disney, right? But it is not. It's like it's all voice. There's no like you don't post pictures, you don't do anything like
Really?
you all interact with voice like via rooms. It is fucking awesome. Like last night
That's
I was
crazy.
in one of the rooms or there was a room created by one of the people who I follow,
Hmm.
and they were talking about like social media influencers and like marketing influencers and stuff like
Hmm.
that. It's like a very adult, and when I'm saying adult, I mean like a very grown up kind of social media platform. And I think it's fucking cool because voice is so powerful.
Yeah. Well, and there's no way to misconstrue what somebody's saying when they're saying it with their mouths.
And that's exactly why I think that this is such a brilliant platform. So
Right.
finally
Huh.
started engaging with it a little last night. So check it out when you
Yeah.
can. You have to go and reserve your name. But like one of my friends, one of my musician friends, I don't even know that how he saw that I had submitted a request to like be added on.
Hmm.
He approved, like he not approved me, but like invited me and like got me in.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it was kind of
So
cool.
it's ground level at this point.
Very ground level. Like I think I feel like it launched the beta launched last summer,
Hmm.
potentially even last spring. Um and they're still not fully, because like they said they want to make sure that before they fully release it like to everybody out there that
Hmm.
they can handle the traffic,
Yeah.
that they're doing it in
Storage.
right, and that they're doing it in a logical way that makes the most sense. And I was like, dude, total like props to that because at least
Hmm.
they're trying to not even trying, but like at least at this point they're really putting in the effort to analyze it and see how it's working and continue to like take feedback and fix things as they need to and blah 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 blah. So
Right. That's cool.
yeah, so check it out when you can, and then I'll check
Nice.
out TikTok again, I guess.
Yeah, dude, TikTok's fun. There's a lot of dumb shit on TikTok. It's amazing.
We're gonna check out Parlor too, right?
Fuck that. Fuck that.
I would rather stab my eye with a spoon.
I would rather be raped with a COVID needle.
There you go. Oh my god. So I gotta ask you. So,
Yes.
did you get a chance to watch Palmer?
I did not. I did not. Dude, I went to bed at 9:35 like a boss last night.
Did you? I'm a bit jealous. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, I put the boys down and then I was like, nah. I didn't even go downstairs and give Kirsten a kiss. I just texted her. I'm like, I'm going to bed.
Good night.
Right. So yeah, and then I slept until 6 and then the boys got me up. So
All good.
but
When
hey, that was like the most sleep I've gotten in probably a week or so.
hey,
So,
that's good then. Enjoy it while you can, you
dude,
know.
at least and we got the boys at least sleeping in their own bed like a night of, at least 5 to 6 nights a week, which is good. I mean, if they come in the morning, that's fine. I don't care. I get
Right.
up between 5:30 and 6 anyway, but like stay in your own fucking bed. So,
Well, when you do get the opportunity, I'm not going to give any spoilers about anything.
mhm,
Nothing. I'm just like I'll give you the high level, like kind of what they show in the trailer.
mhm,
Justin Timberlake is the lead.
right.
Juno Temple is one of the characters. She's British actress. She was on there's this fucking show that I watched on Showtime, and the name is going to escape me. Bobby Cannavale was on it. Ray Romano, and she was like she was Bobby Cannavale's assistant or some shit, but it was like
Mhm,
the record industry. That's how I
okay.
knew her.
That wasn't Vinyl, was it?
Was it Vinyl?
That was the one that was on HBO. That was the one that Martin Scorsese and Mick Jagger did.
Was it HBO? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the show. I'm looking right now. Yeah, that was maybe that's not the show that I'm thinking of. Was she on it though? Hang on. I feel
I
like
don't know. I don't know the actress. I'm just
um
derating. I'm just talking to talk.
that's okay. No. You're good. And yes, she was on the show, so I did get that right. Just look up her
Was
face.
was the show Vinyl?
Yes, it was called Vinyl. Thank you. It was. And I loved that show. I thought it was a great show, and they killed it after one
I
season.
felt the same way about Roadies.
See, I never saw that.
That one had like, um, who was the lead in it? God, let me see here. All right, let me get into I am Bizzle here for a second. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm looking up the other people in the cast too. That
But
they're
like Machine Gun Kelly is in it.
I don't know who that is.
He's a shitty rapper.
I mean, I figured he was a rapper. So
Yeah,
also
it had let's see. Hold on here. Oh, that's why I know her. Luke Wilson was the lead. Carlo Gugino was in it.
oh, okay.
Imogene Poots, Machine Gun Kelly. Ron White played like the lead guy. Ron White was amazing in it.
Really?
Yeah, but it also like had a bunch of bands in it. Like it was such a good show. I wish that. Oh, it was a Showtime show. That's why I can't find it on anywhere.
Okay.
But
Well,
it was on Showtime, and it only lasted a season. And it was just about like all these roadies. They were and it was amazing. It's so awesome how they did it. Like they did it in the did you ever watch Veep?
no.
Okay. Well, in Veep, Julia Louis-Dreyfus plays the vice president, and they always talk about the POTUS. They always talk about the president. They talk about the president. She's the vice president, and they never ever they never show you the president in the entire series. You don't see the president until she becomes president.
Interesting.
Well, they do the same thing in this show, roadies. They're a roadie for this band. You never see the actual band. You get to see all the bands that open up for them, and you see all these like great little bands that are kind of coming up or like whatever, and that you see them open or sound check or something like that, and it's all the backstage stuff. It's never the actual band.
Interesting.
It's a great concept for a show. It was Chris, not Chris Columbus, Chris Almost Famous. Singles, the director.
What the fuck was his name?
Yeah.
What the fuck is his name?
Fail. I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna like, God damn it, because I know it's Chris something or other. Chris, he was God damn it, Ruben. Cameron Crowe. I wasn't even close.
Oh shit. Okay. You had the C right though.
Yeah, but yeah, Cameron Crowe. It was a Cameron Crowe show, so you know it had the music down right.
Okay.
And like what went on, because he experienced all that when he was a journalist for Rolling Stone.
I feel like Mike might have watched that show too, and we have Showtime, so I'll ask him.
Yeah, you should see if it's on streaming. I mean, I know that like United States of Terror, I actually had to buy because it's not available on streaming. Like,
really?
Yeah, I don't think it's even available through Showtime. And that was Toni Collette's greatest show. Like,
I always heard it was good, and I never saw it.
oh my God, she played somebody with dissociative identity disorder.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and she had like three like aside from her who she was, she had three other very distinct personalities. And you watched her transition from one personality to the next, and like her entire face changed. Like it was such a great show. There was this one that like one of her personalities' name was Buck. And Buck was a truck driving Vietnam veteran who had his dick blown off in the war.
Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah. And he wears like crazy thick glasses, and like he gets into a fight and he's like, "My name's Buck and I'm gonna fuck you sideways." Dude, if it is streaming on Showtime, you have to watch it. It was only 2 seasons, and Brie Larson, that was her first role.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'll definitely have to check and see.
Well, I don't know if it was her first role, but it was definitely the first thing I've ever seen Brie Larson in.
I will have to check that out.
And God, who plays her husband? See, I ought to just keep IMDb up. But Toni Collette is amazing in it.
Oh, I love her anyway.
Oh, it's Tara. Okay. Yeah, it was in 2009. It was 2 seasons.
Okay.
And I'm going to see John Corbett is the husband.
Oh, I love him so much.
Rosemary DeWitt was in it. She's she played the sister on Breaking Bad, if you watch Breaking Bad.
Oh, okay, her.
Yeah, she played the Skylar's sister. Patton Oswalt is in it.
Love him.
Yeah, he was in the 2nd season. He ended up, yeah, it was good, man. You need to, like, if it's up. Eddie Izzard is in a bunch of episodes. I'm trying to see here. Viola Davis was in a bunch of episodes.
Wow.
Like, it had pedigree. It was a great show. Like, it was fun to watch, and like it had what you call it? It had there were consequences in the show. It was great. It was Diablo Cody did it. It was her show. Diablo Cody, who wrote Juno.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of the movie Juno, you know that Ellen Page now.
Yeah, Elliot.
Yeah, Elliot. Yeah. Yeah. I saw that a few weeks ago, and I was like,
good for her.
Yeah,
good for him.
Sorry. I cried happy tears. I was like, I'm so happy that he was able to come into his own and really. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
Just love that so much. Just love that so much.
Yeah, and she's fantastic. I keep saying she. I'm sorry. I don't mean to misgender, but he's fantastic.
Yeah.
Like I loved him in. Like I haven't seen him in a bad role.
Same.
You know.
Like, very excited.
Did you watch Umbrella Academy at all?
Mike did. I did not.
Dude, you should watch it. Like, yeah, superhero stupid shit, but like it's a family drama above all else. It's fantastic. It's such a great show.
Okay.
Like I've read the comic that it's based upon,
Uh-huh.
and like the comic's really good, but it's good in different ways.
Okay.
Like the TV show is its own thing. Like it very much follows like the first book they put out, like the first 5 issues of the comic book series. It follows that pretty well, but like the rest of it is just it's solid, man. They did such a great job with that show.
Speaking of like comic book themed shows, did you watch Utopia?
Yes.
It was so good. It was
Yeah, and
so good. And it's not, they didn't renew it.
no,
No, I
but you know
believe,
what though? It's perfect the way it was. I don't want them to renew it.
no, you don't want the story to
No.
continue on?
Mm-mm. No, because they did the entire comic book.
Did they really?
Yeah, pretty much. They did the comic book.
Okay.
Because well no, it wasn't actually a comic book. It was based off of a French TV show, I want to say, or a European TV show.
Oh,
And
really?
the show over there only went 2 seasons.
Oh,
But
I didn't
yeah,
know
it
that.
was so good. And it was like such a meta show. It was fantastic.
We loved it. I mean, I
Hmm.
thought it was a really, really good show. I was incredibly bummed. Yeah, because what did they say? Sorry, I'm looking it up. Wait, am I crazy? I swear to you. Yeah, no, no, no. Okay. I'm like, what the hell? Supposedly there's a season 2, but Amazon, yeah, Amazon hasn't. Mm, I don't know. I'm gonna have to read that.
Unclear.
Yeah, it's very unclear because I swear to you, Mike told me it was canceled.
See,
But
it's one of those shows that I don't want to know. I don't want to know more about them. Like I love the way that it ended. It was a great ending, you know. And and if it's one of those endings that leaves you wanting more and they don't give you more, I think it makes it even better sometimes because it's just like, man, you know, because then you can make up your own. You know, you could think of it on your own. You could do your own thing with it, which is badass. You know.
that's true.
Did you watch Watchmen on HBO?
No.
Oh. Dude, Dana, I think it's only 7 episodes. It's
Okay.
it's a short thing. Don Johnson's in it. He's
Don Johnson?
fantastic.
Oh,
Yes, Don
good.
Johnson is in it, and he's fantastic. Regina King is in it, and amazing, absolutely amazing. You don't have to really know the comic book really to like get into it and watch it. It's a cop show. There's a lot of racial information in it.
Okay.
Like it very heavily deals with race.
I mean that, obviously like that's
It's
important to me, so it would be something that I would totally
so good.
do.
But it's also like without being so woke that it's offensive on the other side,
That's fair.
you know. But it's fantastic. It's super good. Like, and again, like they didn't David Lindelof was the producer of it. He was the same guy that did The Leftovers on HBO. But he did the Watchmen series and then got like this big ass contract with Netflix to start producing over at Netflix.
Oh,
And
wow.
then they decided not to continue on with the story. So it was a standalone season, but fuck, it was so good. I want to say Regina King got an Emmy for it, which she
I
deserved.
I thought so. I thought I remembered her getting an Emmy for that because I
Yeah.
remember watching her like celebrate that in her home
Oh,
since they did
dude,
all the
so good.
virtual.
Yeah.
Um, the other thing that I want to watch, it's on HBO Max, The Little Things. It's
Oh,
a movie
yes, with Denzel.
Rami Malek,
Yes.
Jared Leto. Yeah, my sister texted me about it today. She watched it last night and she said it's fucking great.
Really.
So maybe we could talk about that next week because like
Yeah.
definitely want to watch that. Like I know that we're gonna watch that this weekend at some point too, but
Hmm.
I'm stoked about watching that. But Palmer though, dude, when you get a chance, watch that movie. It's really I watch the trailer. It's about, Justin Timberlake is the lead in it. It's this little
Don't
boy.
tell me. Don't tell me anything. Don't tell me
Okay,
anything. I want to go into it cold.
okay, cool. It's just it was a great fucking story.
I've
It
heard
was
it was good. I've heard like good things about it. You
really,
know, they
really
people have
good.
said good things, but like that, I no spoilers or anything. So,
Yeah, no, 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 for sure. That I
but
won't.
yeah, that Denzel movie, I totally want to watch. I've heard a lot of good things about that.
See, it's interesting because I've heard a lot of good things, and then I was listening to Dean Richards on WGN yesterday, and he
Mhm.
said it was like middle of the road.
Really?
Yeah, because he said like one of the, and again, like I don't want to discuss what he said, but kind of like the storyline, I guess that he said that the characters deserved more
Okay.
as far as like their arc could have gone. So
Mhm.
I'm curious to see what we think of it though, because I don't always agree with those fucking.
I never agree with the critics. It's very, very rare, you
Me
know.
too. Although he did give Palmer a good review, which was funny. I mean, I loved the movie. It was
Mhm.
a great storyline. So
Nice.
yeah,
Good. Well, hopefully it's better than A Place in the Pines. Oof.
Placed in the Pines.
Yeah, that was a movie. I think Timberlake was in that too, but it was we did it for Netflix and Chill, Tom and I think it was the first Netflix and Chill we did. But it
Okay.
had oh, what's the Hey Girl meme guy? Ryan Gosling
Oh,
is
Ryan
in it.
Gosling. Yeah.
And then like he plays this dude and he's not like a great dude, but he's trying to turn his life around. He knocks his girlfriend up and then hold on, let me see. And Gosling's in it for like a place beyond the pines. That's what it is. And
Okay.
it's Eva Mendes,
Oh, I like her.
Ryan Gosling, and Ben Mendelsohn is in it. Bradley Cooper is the other lead.
Okay.
But like, yeah, it was just one of these movies that just failed on all levels. Oh, yeah, and oh, what's her fucking name? I don't know why they should put a picture of her up there. Was she in it? Hold on here. See the full cast. Yes, let's see the full cast. I don't want this half cast. All right, Ryan Gosling, Eva Mendes. Oh, Mahershala Ali is in that. Dude,
Oh,
he's fantastic. What did we just watch him in? Oh, he was in we just watched Hidden Figures.
I love
Dude,
that movie
that was a very good movie.
so much. And Mike has never really seen that movie because when it was Martin Luther King Jr. Day last
Oh
week.
shit, Rose Byrne was in this.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Hidden
Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's okay. I was watching like a bunch of the channels had on like movies, like they had Selma was on and then
Yeah,
Hidden
yeah, yeah.
was on after it. And Mike had never seen Hidden Figures. So I told him, I'm like, I
Really?
will rewatch that movie happily with you. So
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus right now.
yes, yeah, that's what he
So
said.
that's what we watched. But like me and my in-laws, like and my wife's family, we all have a movie watchers club and we watch movies and discuss it on Sunday nights.
Oh, really?
So yeah, last week we watched Hidden Figures. This week we're watching The Martian,
Okay.
the Matt Damon picture.
That's really cool that you guys do
Yeah,
that.
it's fun. It's fun, but usually it's like 9:30 and some of us are kind of trailing off and but it's fun. By the time like the last person talks, they're like, yeah, pretty much what everybody else said. But then like it was good, but I think Hidden Figures and Black Panther are like the two highest rated movies that we've rated so far.
Nice.
Yeah, I think Black Panther got like a 4.8 or something like that out of 5.
Wow.
So yeah, it was a solid film, man.
So it's just movies though. So you guys don't do
Yeah.
shows like
Mm-mm.
because I wanted to find out how if you've gotten any further in Schitt's Creek.
No, I haven't. Kirsten's gotten a lot farther than I have because
Has
I'll watch it and pass out, and then she watches 3 more episodes. So like, she'll catch me up, and then I'm like, all right, and then I watch like 3/4 of an episode and pass out again. It's good. I enjoy it. I just, by the time we get an opportunity to watch it, I'm passing out.
Sure.
So,
Well, once you get to the final season, make sure you watch at least like watch the last 2 seasons as much as you can, like all of
mhm,
the episodes. Such a fucking great show. Like
yeah,
I'm very excited now because I can wear t-shirts again. Um, so I am gonna go on like a little bit of a spending spree and get a bunch of Schitt's Creek themed t-shirts because I
nice.
that show is just fucking incredible. So
That's awesome. All right, dude. Well, we should probably wrap this up if we're
yeah,
gonna try to stick to this hour-ish format now.
yeah,
But yeah, guys, just like I said last week in our reboot special, that we're gonna try and structure this. We just haven't really had much time to like get together, but we promise you it's gonna happen.
yes.
And but yeah, for Pop Goulash this week, I'm Ruben.
And I'm Dana.
Be kind to one another.
Peace out, guys. Bye.